Okay, so we have a few minutes left. I'm gonna go ahead and show you some quick Photoshop things. If you happen to have Photoshop, great for you. If you don't have Photoshop, I'm not going to say go to piratebay.org and download it, okay?
We are not recommending piracy.
Before they finish selling it anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, before they don't finish it.
Okay, so Photoshopping.
I'm not.
Usually the point of doing any sort of post-correction
is not to like
not to distract, but to enhance.
enhance. Think of Photoshop like makeup, okay? You're just correcting things that you would have done originally had you had the time, the patience, the money, the effort, the available materials, that type of thing. Like, let me show you. Actually,
I did a photo
show you.
shoot for a character because I
actually
got
show
a
you.
tattoo of the birthmark he has, and I did it from the back, and I wasn't wearing a shirt. And so and I have a skin condition, and my skin was red and blotchy in places. My friend offered to help touch it up in Photoshop for me so my skin tone was even.
Yeah.
It didn't look unnatural, it just looked like my skin tone
Yeah,
was
because
even.
some people might have seen. I have been past photos from some Japanese cosplayers who Photoshop the
Hell out of
them because
themselves.
They don't have noses anymore.
Not
It's
even just that.
Ew, it's creepy.
I was looking for pictures of this character on Cure, which is a Japanese cosplay website, and one of
Yeah, you were the one that was passing me on these photos.
Yeah.
Look at this! Look at this! I'm like, what the hell?
This girl photoshopped her eyes that were like this big, and she looked like some kind of horrifying, terrifying alien. And I'm like, why do you think this looks good?
Photoshop is good for two things. One is to enhance things that, like, if I had makeup at the time, I would have taken care of it. If I hadn't gotten a breakout that morning, I would have taken care of it. If I had, like, you know, a tattoo right here, I can erase the tattoo so it looks more accurate to my character. It's to enhance. The second thing that Photoshop is good for is for playing around,
Like effects and things.
like effects and stuff that you can't, under any normal circumstances, do in real life. Like fireball or anything like that, you know? That's the type of stuff that you can.
I wish I could make Wolfie's fireballs,
Like-
but
like-
I can't.
Where is it, where is it, where is it?
Oh, congrats, I already put them away.
Oh, okay, but like when she was doing her pose, you could, or imagine like Goku doing the spirit bomb pose, but then like actually having a spirit bomb there. You're doing things that also enhances the picture because it's like, oh my God, Goku, spirit bomb. Okay, but then, okay, we're gonna enhance this to make this look like to where if she were wearing makeup and the photo had been taken and her skin hadn't been affected by the lighting that was somehow horrible and turned her all red. Okay, because in real life she was beautiful, normal skin. I mean, it was great. It was just weird lighting.
Things you don't want to do is like Photoshop out your pores.
Yeah. So okay, what we're gonna do is the way to do this is you go to adjustments at the top. I'm sorry, image, adjustments, and there are three special things. It's called brightness and contrast, levels, and hue and saturation. Each one of these right here is all you need in Photoshop to fix and to enhance anything that might be like wrong lighting, that type of stuff, okay? We're not talking about like crazy effects or anything, we're just talking fixing discolorations, things like that. Okay, so I'm actually going to go to hue and saturation. Hue and saturation controls my colors. I want to change her skin tone back to a normal color, so right here under hue, I'm just going to change it one way or another to change your skin slightly back to normal. So there we're going, a little bit right there. Then it still looks a little, what did I just do? Here's your okay, there we go, about there.
Yeah, that was about right.
Okay, now I'm going to actually go in and change the individual reds. So I select red. I'm going to go in and change like the reds, maybe make it a little bit more right there, peachy. Now she's got too much yellow, so I'm going to go to yellow and fix the yellows. And this is all you have to do to make her have normal, decent skin tone color. Oh, there, I guess. And that's it. And,
Can I add to that real quick?
oh, go ahead.
Yeah, open that back up again. Hit cancel or
Oh.
undo.
Undo.
And open up the
Like this is the difference, just so you guys
saturation
can see the difference. That's what it did. And I can actually like select only her face so that the eyes over here don't get messed up. I was just doing it real quickly.
Open
But
up,
that
I
would
don't want to hijack you too much, but
No,
just
no, no,
open up
that's
the
fine.
hue
Let me go
saturation
to,
again. If
image,
you want to do something so that you're not altering like the color of the blue or something like that, let's go ahead and click on the red. Go ahead and choose.
yeah, this little thing right here is a
Yeah.
eyedropper. It lets you select colors. So you can select her skin, which I just did.
Yeah. But you can also go in, you can specify the red to begin with.
Yeah.
And then tighten that up,
Reds.
and then click in there, and then just specifically alter.
Yeah, do you
a
guys see
certain
down
area.
here how it changes around down here? Again, this is a lot more like advanced.
And just so y'all know, when I do this gray card, let's go to hue saturation.
Color balance?
Yeah.
Oh, you want hue saturation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not hue, I'm sorry, levels.
Levels.
Okay. Okay. I take this picture of this gray card, I white balance on my camera, but the other thing is I have to pick this in the picture. So that middle eyedropper there is actually a gray.
That guy?
So if
Oh, no,
this is in the picture, yeah, the middle gray dropper there is there. Yeah, I simply click on this gray card right here in the picture, and I
Like,
get
so
something
it's
that's
right
close
there?
to the right colors.
Yeah. So in case you ever see like Skype be like hold this and then he takes a picture and you're holding this and you're like, why am I doing this? That's why. So that in Photoshop you can actually go in and set the base of what the rest of the colors are going to be like related to. It's pretty much what we're doing. All of that stuff is really advanced. The basic stuff you need to know for like levels, I mean, unless you really want to get into Photoshop and stuff, is it lets you control how bright and how dark you can get your pictures. So sometimes when you take pictures like at night and you need to lighten them up just a little bit, you can go to levels and lighten them up. Actually, let me get her back to a better skin tone color. And so you can go to brightness and contrast. I'm sorry. Well, you can also do that. But levels lets you control like whether it's night, daylight, fixed all that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's levels, and then let me do the last one.
I was gonna say, Photoshop is one of those things that you can spend years.
Yeah, you can spend years. The brightness and contrast is very, very simple. Brightness, how intensely bright it is, how like gray it is, and again, contrast is how intensely contrasted it is, more saturated or more dull. And so that right there is, you just can control, in case like say you take a picture in a gloomy room, the lighting is kind of crappy and your photograph is like all kind of grayish and you're like, why is it so gray? You can raise the contrast, it gets rid of that gray. And it makes it look like you took a normal photograph. That's all for enhancing. And I wanted to show you some of the special effects, but do you guys want to start setting up for Cosplay 102?
I'm ready. All my notes are up. So. That was. I should not.
All right, well,
like this. I'm not a rake.
We ran out of time, so no effects, but we hope you kind of enjoyed the photography panel a little. Remember, 3/4 of an angle. If anything you get out of this panel, 3/4 of an angle. Tell your cosplayer or be a photographer that or whatever. Strike poses, okay? Tell them, strike a pose. And remember your lighting. What else? Anything else that we need to like stress?
Don't just stand there.
Yeah,
Yeah, don't just stand there.
Strike a pose.
One quick thing to mention, like quick and dirty photography. Beware of your background. Try to find a white wall that has no signs on it to stand in front of.
Oh yeah.
Especially in these hotels. I know sometimes, although I did get a great picture of so-and-so standing in front of the no smoking sign.
Oh, I have one of 3000. Oh, I should find it. It's of 3000. He was wearing holy odor, and there was a sign that said, "Grass may be slippery." And as he was walking, he's like, this is a joke. How is grass slippery? And I was just taking pictures, and he like slips, and so I have a picture of him slipping with a sign that says, "Grass is slippery," and it's like, oh, this is epic.
I don't think you're carrying a